Welcome to Pilates, short and snappy. Just a continuation of March Madness. So it's your Monday afternoon edition of Short and Snappy Pilates. Come on in, friends, come on in. I'm going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up through the shoulders, and I'm going to tell you that today my theme is a little bit on the restorative side. Now, that doesn't mean that you should shy away from doing the exercises, because we're also going to work some of the core, right? The front, the side, and the back, but spend perhaps a little bit longer in between while we do some stretching and release and recuperating and like recovery, restorative Pilates. As you can tell, I'm already in motion. I'm doing shoulder rolls. I am rolling my shoulders backward, and they are individually rolling. So this is my right side and my left side. I'll raise both shoulders up at the same time, just keeping my ankles. I'm keeping my wrists flexed so that my palms don't jam into the floor. Both shoulders shrug and unshrug. I'm going to turn my head, return to center, turn, center, turn, center, and just one more time. From here, leaving the arms down, long as they are, put your fingertips down and just tilt your head. Only the head is moving. My fingertips are giving me feedback as I keep my arms long and stationary. The shoulders are also stationary. Most of what we're doing here as part of the warm-up is called dynamic stretching, dynamic warm-up, in that we just keep moving, I'm going to roll forward, but forward only. Do not roll your head back. I'll explain that some other day. Forward only. So my chin, literally rolling the whole chin across my chest like I'm leaving a chin print in my chest. Oh, it helps if you take your eyes down as well. One more and stop at center. Stop right there in the center. Oh yeah. Lifting the head will also help inspire you to lift and open your chest. So look up and be as tall or long through the neck as you can. Lower the chin, again, like leaving an impression of your chin in your chest. As you raise your chin, face and eyes included, and lower your eyes, face, chin included, avoid crunching at the abdominals. Not yet. Just the neck, just the neck. Your neck is comprised of 7 vertebrae, and it's pretty bendy, you know, like a snake. Maybe you've played with what do they call it, like a toy snake that you can kind of shake around, and all the little separate digits would sort of wave. So we're doing that with the neck. All right, enough of that. Let's go sideways. As you reach sideways, your spine, rib cage, goes that way if this arm is going this way. Come on up, we'll do the other side. Now, rule number 1, you've got to keep your hips down. So leave the pelvis grounded. So even though this feels like the beginning of a cartwheel, your feet, your butt remain grounded. We're doing it one more time, spending a little bit more time now, lingering and lengthening. This time as I go, I'll twist and turn. Now the goal here is to rotate your body, drop your shoulders, and keep winding yourself like you're trying to take off a twist-off cap. And you realize that the beer bottle is not a twist-off cap. Like, oh. Rotate, turn with all your might. Exhale, exhale, pull your abs in. And then return. From here, my shoulders will roll forward and backward. And notice that my head and my chest are participating. And because my shoulders is the beginning of my arms, I'm rotating my elbows and my palms. So this is shoulders forward. This is shoulders back. My arms are rotating inward, and my arms are rotating outward. If you've ever taken modern dance, you know this to be sort of like your contractions. Right? We'll do one more. Now you can bring your arms back behind you and just plant your flat palms down. Exaggerate using your hands, providing resistance against the floor. Your hands and arms are now providing the lift that you can display across the chest. All right, I'm going to sit and return to the side for rolling like a ball. You knew that was coming. Make sure you're seated a little bit forward because we're going to roll backwards. Pull those abs in and begin the roll all the way down. So even if this is new for you and you've never done it before, do the best you can, sloppy as it may be, and roll up so that we stay in motion. Expect to repeat this about 8 times total, including all the variations. So this is the standard, roll down and roll up. Try to find the deepest layer of abs, and you'll find them on the way down. Just remember how to access them on the way up. So if you have to grab your thighs or even pull on a rope, you want to rig up a rope and pull on it, well, do what you can. Do what you need to do to get up. This time we're rolling, and then straighten out your legs. Just reach at first, just reach. Establish your benchmark. Coming backward, keeping your head low, we're just doing roll down and roll up. Now the tendency is to let your legs just lay like strips of bacon in the frying pan. Instead, stretch out those legs like you're standing on them. Inhale, rolling up. Again, reach forward over the very active, long, straight legs. Coming back, again, very active, heavy, hard as a rock, long legs. When you roll up, grab one leg. And it doesn't matter which leg. It doesn't matter. That's why I say one leg. So I've got this dynamic stretching thing going on. It's called prime the pump. I'm holding my legs straight. My ankle is flexed. I might be getting a stretch in my calves. My bottom leg is stationary, and I'm rolling back. We're going to leave the head down. Let's do 6 giant leg kicks. Slow on the down, on the way up. That's exhale. Ground yourself down. And this is number 4. Here is number 5. Catching number 6. 6. Go ahead and hug that knee into your chest. And literally embrace your leg. It's the leg you haven't hugged in the whole past year. Oh, leg! We're going to keep that leg bent, but turn it out. So my kneecap is turned away, and I'm sorry you'll have to see the bottom of my foot, which is actually clean. I'm going to place my foot on the floor now in front of me and relax the leg entirely. We're going into a spine twist already. Oh, God. A spine twist already. Warming up the spine, assisted by gravity, will have us better prepared for the saw, which is going to come up next. Anyway, just twist, will ya? So bring your knee to your chest again, settle and realign yourself, hold on to that leg. Oh, what a great leg that is. Send it down onto the floor and then examine if both of your legs are the same length. You know, you can perceive it, maybe you don't. Here is the roll up. Get ready. Roll up and grab the other leg. Oh, that took a little more effort. Holding onto that leg and prime the pump. You're keeping the oxygen flowing up the back of the leg. As I stretch it a few more times, on this last one, I want to show my Achilles tendon is stretching because my ankle is flexed. Hold on to your leg and soften your landing. Oh, God. That bottom leg must remain heavy, and then this leg must remain straight. Slowly down, swiftly kick 1. Down, 2, and 3. Continue to anchor down heavily on the other leg. Catch number 6. Ha! Gotcha. And then continue stretching. Bend the knee. Continue stretching. Embrace the leg. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. How you doing? And then twist over to the side. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Doing this little twist early on will prepare our spine for the saw. All right, so you just want to find the optimal stretch. Take a couple moments here. Don't try to rush the stretch, which is what it might sound like I'm doing. Just try to relax. And then return to your back. Realign yourself, fix the spine, and then hug the leg, literally embracing the leg you hadn't seen in a year. Holding onto the leg for the last moment to get some oxygen flowing, and then straighten both legs. Separate the feet a comfortable width, not too wide. Anchor down, arms overhead, inhale. Arms lifting, head lifting, go. Go forward, 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 rounded and heavy. Come back slowly and continue all the way back. Acknowledge your heavy legs and tight abs. This time, go diagonally. I am left hand, right foot for the saw. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Come with me. 3, 2, 1. Center, back, 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 back. Arms in front. Merge your spine to the middle of the mat. Roll up other side. Saw. Reaching away from me. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Center and backwards. Scoop, 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 and rolling up the center. This time reach up, 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 up. I'm coming halfway back, maintaining a C curve, and then bending both knees. Maintain the C curve and lower your shoulders. When you rotate toward me, is that the leg? Yeah, that is the leg that you lift. I'm facing right. This is right leg. Other side, go left with left leg. Inhale, center. A righty with a righty. Oof. And then a lefty with a lefty. Now, when you come to this side, get there, stop. That hand grabs that ankle. Continue to hold it and pursue a deeper stretch. Oof. Oh my God. Put it down. Oof. Other side. Get to the rotation first. Bam. Then grab the ankle. Ooh. And continue twisting, 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 twisting. Oh. All right. Come to center and all the way back. Stay for a moment and hug your knees into your chest. And if you got to pull your pants up, now's the time. We'll do our abdominal exercises, so be sure you're ready. Hug the knees into your chest. Make sure that the surface is nice and smooth. You know we're doing 3 exercises back to back. Single leg stretch, crisscross, and double leg stretch. So single leg stretch, for clarification, is 1 leg at a time and alternating single leg stretch. You'll also know ahead of time that double leg stretch will be 2 legs at the same time. When you're ready, lift your head while scooping your abdominals in. Find the deepest scoop. Continue. You can decide to pull on your knee and shin. Pull, pull. So catch and pull. But remember the name of the exercise, single leg stretch. So reach out, reach out. Oh, reach out. All right. Oof. Oof. Keep the head lifted and avoid looking at the ceiling. This is not a proper Pilates neck. Oh, this is not a proper Pilates neck. Continue with your hands. Support your head. Twist, 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 twist. Get that head up. So this will be even more difficult. 4 more, 3 more, 2. Both knees into your chest. Here's the double leg stretch and return. Arms overhead, return. If you need to put your head down, put it down for a few seconds, 1 repetition, and then pick the head up as soon as you can. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Here's the last one. Get ready. And then down. Leaving your head down, turning your head from side to side. Now, I'm not just turning my head side to side. I'm turning my head to one side and then using my hand to help encourage the rotation of my head. Like my hand is saying, come on, turn your head this way. Other side. My other hand is going to encourage, not too aggressively. Turn your head. All right, center your head and we'll go to heel taps. This heel tap exercise is not difficult at all, and it requires so much instruction to be sure you're doing it correctly or effectively. My knees are bent at 90 degrees. My hip flexion is also at 90 degrees when the knee returns. Each knee is returning to tabletop position. Now we'll close the legs and begin down, heel tap, and return. The knees and the hips are returning to a 90-degree flexion, 90 and 90. That's tabletop. You can add straight arms that go straight back. Inhale and exhale. And if you're particularly aware, you've got a heightened self-awareness, you should feel your rib cage is trying to open and you are definitively closing the ribs. So you're fighting to keep those ribs from flaring open and most certainly close the ribs. Now, front ribs is not the same as the spine, so what's happening at your spine? The low back is slightly lifted off of the floor. There's a natural curve there, a natural curve. Here's the last one. You can hug the knees into your chest. Now, we're doing rollover, and we're doing rollover with a few more instructions. Make sure that you're in the picture. Let me scoot down a little bit. All right, your knees begin at your chest. They should be parallel. You can do this with a little soft rocking back and forth. As you're ready to blow and go, blow through the mouth and go over your head. Inhale. Use the... Now, once you get all that air out of your diaphragm and lungs, you feel your body can fold a little more. That's a tough fold because, you're like a mattress, right? Your whole body is a stand-up straight, like a Murphy bed mattress. And you're trying to fold this mattress over to fit it in the storage unit or something. I don't know. Your legs are heavy and they're working for you. Let's separate the feet about as wide as your mat. Just take a guess. Your toes, so this is my right foot toes, boom, hit the floor. Left foot toes, boom. When I do them individually, I can do it better than when I'm trying to do both at the same time. All right, roll down. Slow, 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 slow. Yeah. So now you can just come on in. Yep. Repack the camping gear and go again. Go. And with each repetition, this is only the second one, you already feel somewhat familiar or maybe comfortable, or that you've improved the second one, an improvement on your first one. Feet are open. You could tap your toe, or toes. Slowly rolling down. Be a little more conscientious of the straight legs remaining straight, and be even particularly conscientious of leaving your head down. We'll do one more. Now, I'm doing the straight leg variation and try not to throw my legs over. Roll over. My toes are already on the floor. Yay! Now, separate the feet. Keep the legs straight and heavy. Slow roll, using your hands if necessary. If it is still necessary, well then continue to use your hands. All right, grab the calves so the legs are making like a really tall letter V, and you are doing open leg rocker. When you arrive, balance, don't fall, balance, open, close 2 or 3 times, close the legs, and focus, shoulders down, long neck. Arms reach above your head, arms open wide, arms in front, and you can lower your legs down without kicking the furniture. Oof. All right. Now it's time to lie on our stomachs, so please make your transfer down onto your belly. I'm about to go out of the shot, aren't I? There we go. Immediately, my pelvis and legs are settled, and I am releasing the toes and opening the feet about as wide as the mat. The forearms are down on the mat. Now be kind to yourself. I don't usually use words like gentle. I mean, you can do gentle on your own somewhere else, like yoga. But here, you have to be conscientious and at least concerned about your back, concerned about your shoulder strength and shoulder mobility, and you should be thinking about proper alignment, using energy evenly through both arms, and arriving at your peak, the top of the lift, with a heightened self-awareness. So here's the last one. You have arrived, and you can't even tell me how many you did, because you did more than about 5 or 6, but you didn't do 25 or 6. So now lift a little higher, keep the legs turned on and the bum nice and tight, and come down. We're going to rest your head, but watch, if you're not familiar, grab your ankle and bring your thighs a little closer together. You don't have to close your legs. They need to just be sort of naturally placed. All right, so you can put your head down and hold onto your ankle and bring your heel toward your bum. There's lots of different ways to do this. If I just shut up, you're liable to pull with only your hands. But if I give clear instructions, you would be pushing down at your pelvis, like someone sitting on your bum, and you would bend your elbow just a tiny bit more, and you would be breathing as if you could breathe into your thigh. And with every breath, you're making an incremental improvement. Stop making those faces, though. Ugh, ugh. Now give it a little extra tug, and then switch legs. You are holding onto your foot or ankle, and you are pretty sure that your thighs are naturally aligned in parallel. You definitely know that you're bending your elbow, but now you've got to add in these final ingredients. Tighten the buttocks and push down with some intensity, and don't forget to breathe. The breathing is crucial. Last one. Now don't let go. You're going to try to reach now and grab ankle number 1 while holding ankle number 2. I'm going to lift one leg and then lift the other. I'm just lifting my thigh and lifting my thigh and lifting my thigh and then final thigh. Get yourself centered. Lift your head and chest. Now push down through your pelvis as you lift your chest. Kick your feet away and imagine, some people can do this, I cannot, lift your thigh, both thighs off the floor. Oh, one day I'm going to get there. Your thighs should be lifted and eyes lifted, chest open. Lift. Now come on down. Oh. Keeping your arms down by your side, you're going to just lift your head. And if you're comfortable putting your head down, it should be forehead down. Head up, and then head down. We're doing a neck exercise. Hear me out, okay? So this is head up, not too high. Turn your head as far as you can. Then turn your head in the other direction. So while everything is completely relaxed and released, I have no energy in my arms, you're turning your head from side to side. This is a neck strengthening, neck therapy exercise. We're just going to do 2 more. So this was my first direction, turn your head, and the other direction. Return to center, inhale, shrug, exhale, unshrug. You know how to do that. We did it in the warm-up. Shrug and unshrug. You're just hovering your head right off the mat. If you need to rest, well, put your head down. I'll continue. Shrug and unshrug. On this last one, unshrug, lifting your head, lifting your arms. They don't have to go high. Now reach back with your arms and turn your legs on. Inhale a little higher, lift, and then down. And if you're more comfortable resting your head on your forearm Well, by all means, be comfortable, not too comfortable. Repeat the exercise from inhale, shrug, exhale, unshrug, peeling up. Remember, your arms should be working for you. They are assets, not heavy liabilities. Inhale a little higher and exhale down. You can rest for a moment and then repeat. Inhale, shrug, exhale, unshrug, levitate, levitate, levitate. Stay in this lifted position and lift one leg down, other leg down. One leg is easier than the other. Why? Here's leg number 2, leg number 1, and finally leg number 2, and then rest. We definitely need a child's pose. Sit back. When you sink into this child's pose, again, be conscientious, raising your self-awareness. How low are you sitting back? How low are you sinking? Are your arms out in front, stretched out and stretching the armpits? Or is your head simply down, resting on the mat, and your arms wrapped around your legs? If your arms are wrapped around your legs, you'll feel your shoulders dropping to the floor. Let gravity do that work. Shoulders and arms dropping to the floor. And now, as I come up to all fours, I will fold my mat to give it a little extra cushioning here for my knees, so that my knees are padded. Please come to hands, hands, and knees, knees, and flatten the back. There's a couple of instructions, tips, and cues I should share here. Your arm should be beneath the shoulder. This is a common mistake. For some reason, people think this is correct. It is not. Your hands should not be lining up with your eyeballs. Your hands should be lining up with your shoulder, chest. Now, rounding the back. The motion of rounding the back requires abdominal contraction, and don't forget to use the muscles of your butt. You've got muscles on both sides of your butt bones. So imagine narrowing your hips, narrowing your buttocks, narrow your bum. Inhale, release the buttocks and the back and the abdominals, and on the exhale, we'll do one more, and then you'll need to plan ahead. Exhale, pull your abs up like you're pushing the floor away, riveting your abdominals up, 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 and then all fours. I'm going to narrow my stance a little bit, including my knees, knees, and hands, hands. As I slide my foot back, I'm going to slide the opposite arm, and they have not lifted from the floor yet. All right, now, launch the arm and leg. Stay in motion. They should touch down at the same time, fingertip, toe tip, and return. So you're going to stay in contact with the floor for as long as possible. Finger, finger, toe, 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 lift, and then just tap it and return. I'm dragging my leg out. My finger is dragged forward. Launch. And down. I did use the word launch, but I wasn't looking for speed. I was looking for power and length. So here's the full length extension, and then the launch, and down. Tons and tons of energy should be turned on in the abs and hips, abs, hips, abs, hips. Reach, 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 reach. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. All right, now this is my couple number 1, first arm and first leg. Lift, reach backward, and grab your foot. Here again, another opportunity to stretch, 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 stretch as much as you can through the hip. Okay, come on down. So we'll do the couple number 2, reach, 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 launch. Now, reach back. Hang on to whatever you can there and lift. All right, now you can sit back and rest. And I'm going to do a wrist stretch. So this is palms up with fingertips pointing in. Be careful how much weight you put on it initially. If you've never done this before, it's going to feel heavy. I'll try to straighten out my elbows And with my fingertips pointing in toward each other, I'm shifting my weight heavily on one arm, then shifting heavily on the other arm. Each time you come back and forth, the back of your hands, and including your knuckles, are down on the mat. So you're alternating the intensity, heavy on one wrist and heavy on the other wrist. Oh my goodness. Now I'll turn the palms forward, my fingertips point backwards to me. This is really tough for me. Oh God. So I'm rocking backwards and a little bit forward, rocking backwards and a little bit forward. Some of you may have done this before. Oh God. Oof. You are now stretching the full length of your forearms all the way through the carpal tunnel in your wrist. I need to do this every day. All right, we're not quite done, so we're doing one more of this. And when you come up, I want to see you tall on your knees and thighs. You can bring the toes a little bit inward. Doesn't matter to me whether they're touching or not, but my toes are narrow as opposed to toes turned out. Okay? And I'm going to place my hands on my hips and encourage my hips to go forward. My elbows backward, my head backward, and I can feel what's called opening at my hips. Push forward to open your hips. You may be familiar with this position where you lean back and place your hands on your heels. Some people are very flexible and their whole hand is cupping the heels. Not today. Continue to press the hips forward and be extra careful where your head is going. Return forward and up. Raise one arm in a giant circle. Raise the other arm in a giant circle, and both arms are in front. Okay, bridging is next. Yeah, we're going to do it. Get yourself in position and slowly arrive on your back. And I mean it, take your time. As if you could feel, because you're pulling your abs in so tight, pulling your abdominals in so deeply, you can feel vertebrae, 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 shoulder blades, head. When you draw your feet in a little bit closer to you, remember that your feet are flat, but not quite as wide as you think your hips are. Yeah. You can rest your arms, and it's important to relax your face. So it's like turning the lights off. Face, jaw, throat. Inhale. Now, you'll turn the dimmer lights on at your butt, and you slowly start to roll up, like you're turning the dimmer light up and up and up, and then you might be at about, 90 watts on a 100-watt dimmer light bulb. Get that butt up there. Inhale. Come down slowly, so you're still thinking about your vertebrae, 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 bone, 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 each bone one after the other. Inhale and go again, like playing with the light switch, slow dimmer. You just want to know, well, how bright does this light go? You get your butt up to the brightest light and then check. Make sure that your knees are not flaring open. Stay on the center of your heel and magnetize your inner thighs. Come down slowly, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time. This is the time of bridging, the kind of bridging where a Pilates ring or a ball or even squeezing a big pillow between the thigh is helpful. I think you can do it without. Use your mind. On the exhale, whoosh. Tell your legs, don't splay open. Let's pump the pelvis. We're pumping, also called pelvic thrust. It was the exercise of 2020 until we went into a pandemic and nobody was thinking about their pelvic thrusts anymore. Lift, lift. Every fitness magazine I picked up in January and February of 2020 was talking about the pelvic thrust. 4 more, 3 more. Long forgotten. Hold, melting down. One vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae. Sloppy, open knees. Come on, Vivian. All right, so now moving on because I want to go to single leg. So get ready. Start planted on 2 feet. Bridge. You got the dimmer light and you're turning it up and you're turning it up and you're up at about the 90 watts of a 100-watt light bulb. But now you're going to lift one leg. I don't have a light bulb analogy for this. Cross your ankle. Pump your pelvis. What? Lift. Lift. You are lifting through the grounded foot and that supportive butt cheek. Lift. 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 We'll just do 3 more. 2, try not to use your arms. Leg up, foot down. Fix your butt up. Can you do it? Can you do it? Other leg. Oof. Cross. Pump it up. Oof. So I raise my arms only to simply show you that I'm not using my arms. But sometimes a little bit of arms is keeping you from falling over. Anyway, pump your butt. Here's 4. Seriously, 3. Seriously, 2. Final seriously, and then feet flat. Here again, no arms. Use your legs, your butt, gut. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Tail is up, tail is up. Keep your butt tight, keep your butt tight. Yeah. Hug your knees into your chest. And I mean, embrace your legs so the kneecaps come all the way to your armpits. Oof, the tail is lifted. We're rocking and rolling only about 3 times because I still want to do straight legs. All right. Roll back, straight legs. Ooh, pump it up. Get the juices flowing. Free your legs. The bridging exercise with your knees bent and then putting all that weight onto the foot with your knees bent in bridging, it sort of is like a bit of a log jam of muscles and oxygen flow. When you finish that bridging exercise and you send your legs up, you free your legs and then you sort of unkink and all the blood flow, oxygen is pumping right up the back of your leg. All right, and so now you're just going to put one foot down, doesn't matter which, and then bring the opposite hand to the toes. If you're capable, interdigitize your fingers between the toes. And if you're not going to even willing to try, okay, fine. Just wrap your fingers over the toes. I got to do my other leg. So this is my other hand and my other foot, and I interlace your fingers and toes. My arm, leg are connected. Rock back and forth. Use the breathing and try not to thrust your legs. One more. Now there's a whole other bit of choreography with this interlaced toe business, but we're not going to go there today. You can free your toes and straighten your legs. Hold on. Sit a little taller. Have some pride now because you're about to finish. Open up your chest. Close your eyes for a moment. You won't fall. You won't fall. You're not going to fall. Don't fall. Keep your eyes closed and reach the arms over your head. Arms open wide. Arms reach front. And then lower your legs down and don't hit the furniture. Now you can open your eyes. I know you were cheating. All right. So you saw that we still did our core Pilates exercises. I'm tilting from side to side as I finish. But we are done. We spent a few extra moments in some positions, and I introduced a few extra details in some familiar exercises, and then I introduced a couple of new exercises. So you still got your short and snappy Pilates. I'm going to turn now. As you push your fingers into the floor, use that energy to lift you taller. Like the top of your head is the top of like the top of a tent, the center of the tent. Lift up, 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 up. You know, a circus tent. Yeah, you know, a circus tent. Be a circus tent. And the top of your head is the top of that tent. Your fingers are into the floor like spikes to lift you up, 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 up as you rotate. Okay, that's enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. It's time to eat. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate your attention and the privilege of entertaining you for this half hour plus. Hey, Jerry. Thank you. I will see you again soon. On Thursday, for sure, we're on. Bring a roller. And I think I'm doing the myofascial release class on Thursday. Yeah, I'm into like restorative stuff. Thanks. See you then. Be positive.